The charwood here is very idyllic and it's ideal for punting. It's not fast flowing as a rule, but this year has been a little bit different. My name's Andrew Howard and I run the family business punting at Magdalen Bridge. We've been doing that now for 93 years. This is the fourth generation. It's always been a Howard all the way through for those 93 years. We moved from where the Flory building is now in St Clement's in the 1960s. It used to belong to an old family firm called the Faulkners. And my father and the gentleman called Jack Faulkner was the last punter of his family. I think in the old days, I think times were a lot harder maybe in the 60s and that sort of time. My mother and father would be on the river, and I can remember from the age of maybe 5 or 6 years being taken down to the boathouse. You can remember them both working in the winter on the boats, that's for sure, because they couldn't probably afford to have full-time carpenters or whatever they had in those days. And a lot of the work was done just between the two of them. But things have changed now. And I can remember him in the old days wearing, he used to have a nice blazer and he had a special hat, very nice hat. He used to have two special ties. I can remember that on the back, but I can't remember the colour.
I think it's quite important to be close to the back. As you're steering, the closer you are to the back, the more effective that is. And to begin with, you will be slightly turned towards the side which you favour if you're right-handed, generally your right-hand side. The pole needs to be close to the side and then straight through your hands to the bottom. Then it's just a case of pushing down very slowly, just to get a little bit of momentum going forwards.
My name's Chris Poppy and I've been punting for 14 years now. First time I came was with a couple of friends from Imperial College London. It was our office day out, and since two of them had studied at Oxford, we thought it was a good idea come punting. And ever since we've been hooked. We've come every year, first Saturday of July, and we've never had bad weather or experienced any other problems, except this year that there's flooding and we couldn't punt to Charwell Boathouse as we used to.
You know, it's not everybody who wants to stand up on the end of a boat in 10 foot of water and then go shopping or go and have their dinner, is it? It's a bit of a challenge, punting, and that's what it's about. We had some American family go out and I guaranteed him that he wouldn't fall in. And he left the landing stage and the front of the boat went across and hit the bridge literally 10 seconds. He fell in and all you could see was this cap just floating through the bridge. And I didn't go and get him. I let somebody else go and get him. He wasn't amused at all.
The key and the secret, and what people don't always know, is that you need to hold the pole at the top so you don't pull it back up immediately. And from this position, you steer just by sweeping to the left or the right. So it works like a rudder behind the boat basically. And then when you're nice and straight, bring it back up to the side and you just go through the motions again.
On the river at the moment we have approximately 100 punts. I always say that it's too many on a rainy day and not enough on a sunny day. They're wood construction made of mahogany from retainable forests, pine, oak. You know, wood's very expensive now. The business started by some kind of river transport, and I would think that my great-great-grandfather would have bought a boat of some kind, carrying cargo or passengers or whatever it was they used to do in the 1900s or whatever, and they've developed now to this size purely for pleasure. Punting is changing a little bit in the respect that not so many people have as much time as you think. They don't want to come onto the river and spend 2 or 3 hours like the old days. You used to take a picnic out all day. It doesn't happen now. People would rather go with a chauffeur or a guide. Days of self-punting may be limited. I've got 2 sons and like most teenagers, they don't maybe appreciate the finer things things in life as punting is. You can only learn it from the old boys. And I'm soon to be one. I'd like to think we're very cool, calm and collected. It doesn't always work.